Streaming. So no one can hear us or anything at the moment. You're about 20 seconds behind or something like that there.
Right, okay.
So although we have started streaming now, that will just appear. I'm now seeing...
So I don't need to type anything up on there.
I mean, I'm just going to go... Hi, Paul. But yeah, Carrie was on here and she replied to everyone. There was far more of her than there was anyone else. It's like, you don't need to reply to everything. So some of these, like questions, we can answer questions live and stuff like that. But,
right, okay.
If there's anything for you or anything you want to type back to, do. You won't know who anyone is at the moment.
Okay.
You know who Paul G is. But you don't know who anyone else is yet, so
no, okay.
we'll figure it out. Coffee.
Oh, crikey, yeah, come on.
Come on! So you have my Liberia cup?
I know, I still can't drink out of mine until the thing's finished. I got three, episode 3, I told you the end of the month, I'm hoping.
That's your deal.
That's my deal. Oh, we got 5 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angel.
Angel runs an American fan club called Fans of the Korgis. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a lot of viewers as well. She digs up stuff from... People go, where the hell did you get that from?
Indigo Wee?
Oh yeah, I don't know her. Was it Indigo what?
Indigo Wee.
Oh, Ingo.
Ingo.
He's from Germany. He came across from Germany for my gig. He stayed with us, actually, because I know him well.
Oh. And Scott McIntosh. No way. No other name like that.
Saw us in Kinross, tail end of last year. He's been coming on live stream ever since.
We can hear you, Hegsy, but we can't see you.
Not supposed to be able to hear us. the camera. Well, good evening.
Hello.
Hello out there.
Oh, hello.
This is Hegsy, for those that don't know Hegsy, but you've probably seen him on a good few videos that I've been involved with.
Crime Watch.
Yes.
Most FBI's Most Wanted.
All those.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. All those. So while he's here, we're going to talk about some of the stuff he's done, some of the stuff we've done with Matt Seco, the choir, worldwide choir, but Liberia primarily we were involved with. And we're going to talk about good Texas leather.
Yeah.
Somebody remind me afterwards, the Putin and Trump QR codes, of anyone that bought the script, the QR code is not working, you need a new one. I can send it to you. Just get in touch. There we are. That's what I wanted to say. So we are going to spin the record, as we always do, and you'll find out what's going on. Here we go.
It grew untethered across the desert, big twister on the open plain. Good Texas leather, good Texas weather, 4 seasons waiting for the rain. In a bar in Braden, I met a boy of 18. He had a smile that ran from ear to ear. 18 years of waiting, 18 years of chasing. He found something tastes much sweeter than peace. You and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like a cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. He said, she's a tumbleweed tree. She came to meet you. She turned this boy into a man. What a perfect backdrop, the backseat of a flat top. I knew things could never be the same. 'Cause you and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like the cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. As I heard his story, I began to wonder, in the cold of time, just how we came to curse each other and dream of lovers and drink the dollars that we'd saved. Now I got to say, yeah, I want those days back. I wish I could tell the tide to turn. I miss those nights we'd make out at the drive-in, see a falling star, it always burns so bright. You and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like cowboy in the rain who cried in cried in vain, but he died the same. Yes, he cried in vain, and he died the same. Cried in vain, yeah, he cried in vain, but he died the same. Cried in vain, still he died the same. Cried in vain, died the same. Oh, he cried in vain, but he died the same. Yes, he died. It grew untethered across the desert, a big twister on the open plain. Good Texas leather, good Texas weather, you never can go back again. Like a Texas lady in Texas braiding, 4 seasons and they're all the same.
Lovely round of applause.
Good crowd. Good crowd.
Sorry about the record stopping partway through. That's what happens when you don't check the video. You check the beginnings okay, and you go, it'll be
It's
all
all
right.
about the music, Al. It's
It'll
all
be-
about the
it's
music.
all about the
All
music,
about the
yeah. Yeah. It was a bit weird seeing the label still going round, though, in the middle. That was a classic. There we are. Everyone's used to things going wrong around here.
It's a nice tune.
It is, I like that tune.
Nice
I
tune.
like that tune. You'll be hearing a bit more of it as we go on, as we kind of delve into how it was done, where it came from, what the inspiration was, and all that sort of stuff. However, we're gonna talk to Hegsy. We're going to talk to Hegsy about how we first started work together and all that sort of stuff. Because it hasn't been that long, has it?
It seems a lot longer.
It's because we've done so much.
We have. Because when was it? It must have been.
My guess is 6 years.
Yeah,
Something like that.
2000.
Pre-COVID, because that concert that we did in the church was the last
The
concert
celebration,
before
yeah.
COVID.
The UK's first and only ever BSL Americana concert. Did you know that? There you go.
It's another first. for
That was,
Hegsy.
yeah. That was something else. That was when there was Lantrissa Male Voice Choir,
Yeah.
Cardiff Methodist Community Choir,
Yeah.
ourselves, and Mike Farris.
Yeah,
That was,
Mike Farris, who is from, where's he
Nashville.
from? Nashville, yeah.
Grammy
from
winner,
Nashville.
multi-four-time
Fantastic.
Grammy winner.
Fantastic set that he did there. Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. No, but we started off because I wanted to record some songs that I've written with other people, and then they were just acoustic. I mean, remember, I just came up with Jordan guitar, played
Yeah.
guitar, and then we added bits to it. Then we had Halewin on you introduced me to her on fiddle,
Yeah.
and then the first song we wrote together was The Apple of My Eye, which kind of literally changed my life.
Yes,
Literally.
but it was also had a big meaning, didn't it? That song was particularly personal.
Yeah.
you.
It was the third Christmas for me that I was I wasn't spending with my daughter, and I realised there was a thing called parental alienation, and I know that a lot of parents, grandparents, don't see their children at Christmas and miss them. So to help me heal, I wrote a song. Always let my daughter know that there will be a space at the table for her every Christmas, and then we made a video.
We talked about this, didn't we? Because you said I'm just hooked up with this group, and it's all about parental alienation, and it's worldwide. And I didn't realise this was so widespread. There was so much in it. So I think we talked about, let's do a video and let's invite people to actually hold up a plaque and say how many years it is since they've seen their spouse or their kid or whatever it was. And the result was overwhelming, wasn't it?
God, it literally, for me, it changed my life because it was, whilst the song helped me heal,
Yeah.
and that's what music does to me. It helps heal, it's an expression. is they realise they could do good with it, because when I put a note out, so I didn't know what parental alienation was, and then I learned what parental alienation was, and then the amount of people that got in touch, you know, people who didn't want to put who didn't put their photo up, but who did, but who just, you know, were grateful for the support. And as I look on screen now, 4 families were reunited. Two in America
because of that song.
One in Canada and one in Australia. Yeah, and I think that for me is the power of music.
And that's incredible, isn't it? Because you can write a song that's just a song. Yeah. Or you can write a song that means something. Yeah. And that's what we both of us kind of strive for now, is we write a song that means something. It has some message or has something to say at least, you know. It's
but it's the journey. The journey we've been on is you know, for me, is that if anyone who says this it's just music, or you just do things for money, or you just perform, it's everything it's got to come from there. If it doesn't come from there, then I don't do it.
It doesn't mean anything, does it?
And luckily for me, I'm the most probably difficult people to work with in the world, because I'll go, let's do this, and you'll go, yeah, okay, let's do it. No, let's strings, more strings, let's have some more harmonies, and then, you know.
Yeah, but in that way, you know, kind of we concur, because you're always going, can we have more? And I'm always going to go, yeah, you can definitely have more. You can't have less.
But you're over in the video, but there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm there. Yeah. What was the instrument?
Was it bodhran?
The bodhran.
Yeah. But let's talk about this, because your idea always was to mix Americana with Celtic music. Yeah. And that's why there's a bodhran in there. Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah. And it is, and for me, it's just the, you know, it always starts with a song and a meaning and a purpose. And then, I love Irish folk, and I love country music and Americana music. Yeah. And then to bring it all together, what I call with a kind of a gospel thing, a Welsh gospel thing, that we managed to do. So if you can imagine, I got this song. I want Irish rhythm. Yeah. I want to, you know, there's a song with a purpose and blah blah blah. And when we got that rhythm together, I'm saying, I can see it. I can see a river dance.
Yeah, Irish dance. And we're going, I wonder if there's any dance groups in Cardiff. There's going to be some Irish dance groups, because I knew I'd done some with the Mike Smith band in Trowbridge, and they had an Irish dance troupe that came on. So when there's one in Trowbridge, there's going to be one in Cardiff. There's going to be more than one in Cardiff. And so we contacted them and went, hey, would you be on this video and do a dance for us? And, you know, as most people do, they went, yeah, sure, we'd love to.
And it's great looking at the video now. There's 2 of the kids in the video, because they were brilliant. Yeah, they were brilliant, absolutely wonderful. And they've, you know, this was I think it was 5-6 years ago. Yeah. But the girl and the boy, whose name was Michael Flatley, his name is Michael Flatley. Yeah. He's now become world champion.
Has he?
Yeah, they've gone to America and they've become world champions. There was I can't think of their name. I feel dreadful. I can't think of their name. They were just brilliant.
They were brilliant. So the way that we write together, everybody writes in different ways together. I mean, Paul G. I've written with quite a lot with Paul G. And he has a kind of idea of a tune, but very much lyrics are kind of done. Occasionally we tweet, but we don't really need to do very much. Rick Nicholas, I don't know, is Rick Nicholas on this week? I haven't seen him at the moment. Mauro's there. Hello, Mauro, and hello, Angel.
Hi, Mauro.
So Mauro is from Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Oh, come on.
And he joins us virtually every week. And Angel joins us whenever she can as well. And she's in Illinois, we found.
Illinois? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few states I haven't been to.
Really? Because you've been to most of them, haven't you?
I don't think I've been. I'll probably get a text in a minute saying you have. Yeah. But no, I haven't been, because that's where John Cougar Mellencamp's from. Right. John Mellencamp's from, I believe. Angel, correct me if I'm wrong. I think John Mellencamp's from Illinois.
And you're a big...
I'm a big
fan. Fan. So the way that you and I write is you kind of have a clear idea of, okay, I've got this tune. Sometimes we change the rhythm of that, and sometimes I go, hey, but if we did so it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, but maybe you swing it a little bit. And so the first thing, you sing it to me, and I go, okay, let's find a good key. What's your highest note? Just make sure it's not too high. Make sure we got space in case we want to do a key change, which often we do. And then I just jot a chord chart down and mess with some, usually on the piano with you, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, most.
So
most
just
of it,
mess
yeah.
with a chord chart, and in fact, that I found it the other day. Yesterday, I was just tidying out. All of my shelves had fallen down, and I was
Too many awards.
I was chucking out some of the paper, and there it was, the very first song we wrote, "The Apple of My Eye."
Oh my God, that's
So
nuts.
it's there, and you can see that's just, well, you can probably see that's just a really rough chord chart, and
mad,
that's what we did.
Sal.
We just built it all from there. That's kind of generally the way that I think if we know the chord sequence is strong. Hey, should we play him a little bit?
Yeah,
of this?
let's have a look.
play
Let's have
him
a
a
look.
little bit of this. I'm going to stick it up on screen here. So this is called "The Apple of My Eye." It starts up. Kerry actually did the video.
Carried
for
it, yeah.
this.
We recorded very, very, very late in Krakow.
In a hotel.
In a hotel. It was 2-3 o'clock in the morning, if I remember, when it was all deserted.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember it very well.
And then the other various elements of it that come in.
So I've just seen Angel saying Indiana. Close though. Sorry, Angel. My geography is awful. I apologise.
It was probably me that said Illinois, because last week, who was on last week? Sean was on, and he is from San Francisco.
Okay. Cool.
He's from San Francisco, but his dad was from Illinois, and that's what kind of that's what kind of got it in my Indiana. Sorry, Angel. I will try to remember that in future. But my brain is like a sieve. So yeah, the various elements of this video, essentially, it's like Hegs is at a table and there's a lot of space. So there's a space at the table that's missing, and then gradually that space gets filled up on the video as people send all of their videos in as a message to their loved ones that they're missing. So let's, I'm going to go to the beginning of this video and you'll see how it ends. We might spin on in the middle, but we'll just make sure we don't miss any of the main elements of it.
Okay.
And up on screen here, and this is how it goes.
The space at the table is waiting here for you. I pray, hope and listen. I'm always here for you. Although I will try not to weep, not to cry, you will always be the apple of my eye. Surrounded by love, surrounded by pain, keep looking at your picture again and again. The nights are so dark, I have you in my heart, where the warmth of my love shines through. I held you in my arms, you fall for my charms, your sweet smiling eyes made me cry. Once again you're not here.
So Celtic rhythms going on behind here.
Yeah.
Everyone can see the pain in my eyes. You're the only one. I hope you realize.
Here come the dancers.
The space at the table is waiting here for you. I pray, hope and listen. I'm always here for you. Although I will try not to weep, not to cry, you'll always be the apple of my eye. For me, this is the third, without a spoken word, though we talk every day in my mind. For my love is so strong.
So I'm just going to spin it on until we get to there's going to be a middle-aged section, I reckon, coming up just about here.
The apple of my eye. Maybe next year the mist will disappear, the road ahead will brighten and be clear. We'll be a family again, fix the broken chain, the world will turn again.
table is waiting here for you. I pray, hope, and listen. I'm always here for you. Although I will try not to weep, not to cry. You'll always be the apple of my eye.
Yeah, there we are. And you may have noticed that an Olga has just joined us. That is, in fact, Kerry's stage name, that is. Kerry's stage name. She's out, so the secret's out the bag. So, yeah, it was Kerry that shot that video. And if you look at the amount of all those squares, she had to figure out how they were all going to end up. I don't know what all end up as one picture. And to say that, you know, she was saying today that she's not very good at mathematics and therefore she won't be able to learn a musical instrument. But actually, that was a mathematical
Absolutely.
problem.
She's done a great job. It was great
Yeah.
fun doing it as well. I see, it actually, I've not seen that video for ages. And, you know, I got to know some of the people, like I say, and the fact that they've been reunited or whatever, you know, it's a very special song for me.
Yeah.
That. So, thanks for playing that.
Yeah, indeed. So that was a blast way back down memory lane, wasn't it? You know, so it's the first original song that we kind of did together.
Yeah.
And then we went on to do a few more. We'll play another one later when we get to the Matsiko a little bit. But I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the infamous quiz question.
Oh, quiz question. Oh, come on, we all love a quiz.
Question.
Love a quiz.
Okay, so the prize. Now, this depends on whether it's one of the Ricks that win, because last 2 weeks, there's 2 Ricks have both win the competition.
Okay.
One of the Ricks doesn't appear to be here at the moment, so Paul G, you could be in with a chance. Scott, you could be in with a chance. Anyone's in with a chance with this one. The prize, again, unless it's one of the Ricks, is Coffee in New York, the mock-up. So I've actually sent out the prizes to the previous 2 Ricks because we have finally finished the mix for Everybody's Got to Learn Sometime.
Okay.
So yeah, that CD is going to be on its way to you. It's not really mastered yet, so some of the tracks are not quite in the right balance with each other, but it's getting there.
Nice.
Getting there. Yeah. Good. And it's my little artistic bit at the bottom. There's New York with a few squiggles.
That is, you're in the wrong game, mate.
I am.
You're in the wrong game.
Yeah. There's no beginning to my talent. So the quiz question. So that's the prize. But if it's a Rick that wins it, then we'll have to think of something else.
What, can have one of those bars of chocolate that keep looking
one
at
of my cowboy boots.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. So obviously I am wearing the hat and the cowboy boots because it's a country day today.
And I've got leather, so so I'm Yellowstoned up.
Yeah, the Americana thing going on. And you could have one of these. This is our box of sin. This is which Hegsy can't have any of this box of sin. Because why is that?
Because on Saturday, great segue.
Yep.
I am actually running a 10k run for Alzheimer's Society in Cardiff, and it is on behalf of in memory of a friend of mine lost his mother last year, had dementia, and just what an awful condition. Yeah. So as a load of us are doing it. Maybe we can stick a link on here if you do want to sponsor me. The money would go to them. It's
let's do that.
Yeah, and it's a 10k run, and like I say, as myself and the two brothers, the 2 sons, and a daughter, we're all doing it in her memory and her grandson. So any donation would be really grateful because I've worked hard. Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to it. Although
because you're not as in shape as you once were.
I'm looking at that video and thinking it's like I've eaten that guy.
Yeah. And so why are you not as in shape as you once were?
I'm not in shape because for the last 3.5-4 years I've been traveling around the world with Americans.
Yes.
That's another story.
They like their food. That's all I'd say.
And their food doesn't like me.
No.
But amongst that, it's been, like I said, it's with the traveling that we've been doing, which we'll talk about later, I just haven't had a chance to exercise, and I love running. So I haven't had a chance. So now I can.
So
I can.
It's a crash course. But actually, you're coming around for tea. Your marathon will be over.
It's done, yeah.
Coming around for tea next Tuesday, so you can drink as much wine as you want.
Yeah.
And I'll take some of this chocolate home.
Okay,
look, we've got old-fashioned wagon wheels.
Keep that wagon wheel for me.
Wagon wheels.
That's got my name on it.
Kit Kats.
Oh God.
Fake Mars bars.
Come on.
Even a lollipop. Look at that. This is a well-stocked box. This box, by the way, was given to me by Sue Skinner, where she got an Abbey Road Recording Studios box and put a shh.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is cool.
That is cool.
That's cool. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's become our chocolate box.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
969, the year of your birth as well.
Yeah, but it could be a decade out there.
Yeah, but
Could be a decade out. Because everyone knows I was born in 1979.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Mike Webb's with us. Mike Webb is our merch man, and he's going to be on the merch stand at Rayleigh on Saturday. We're doing a gig in Essex on Saturday.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah. Sales are brilliant there. It's not far off being sold out, so that'll be a great gig.
So Michael's going to be busy, hopefully.
Yeah.
And hello, Kerry, as well.
Yeah, Kerry.
Thank you, Kerry.
She's saying well done.
Yeah,
well
thank you for
done.
sponsoring. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, on one of the things that we play, if you can find that link and you can stick it up for them,
absolutely,
then you might get a few people who sponsor you as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
Next time you see him, when he stands behind a mic stand, he'll disappear.
Yeah,
you won't be able to see him.
Where's the singer gone? And it'll be a Terry Wogan mic as well.
Okay, so this is a quiz question. Once again, it's a tricky quiz question because if I give you easy quiz questions, you get them straight away. So this is a tricky one, and there is also a tiebreaker. I'm going to stick it up on screen now. Here we go.
Look at those. Look at
them. So that's on the beach in Liberia.
My
that is.
people.
Matsiko are a life-changing organisation. Where in the world are their centres with an S at the end of that? And for the tiebreaker, where did Al last meet up with Matsiko? So a two-tier question. Think about the first one first. Where are their centres around the world? And for the tiebreaker, where did Al last meet up?
How will they know the second one?
The second one, I think some people might have been paying attention. If people weren't paying attention, then they might be able to maybe go on your page, because we may well have put something up there last time we were together, or they may just go for the obvious answer. You know?
Yeah, we were there.
Whether that obvious answer is the right one or not, I don't know. You know, it's like you'll have to wait and see.
We saw that guy with the shrunken head. Remember his shrunken head? Yeah.
So there we are. There's the quiz question.
Oh God, I see that choir guy. I miss those kids. Oh God, I just literally, as you know, I come back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And oh God, they're just such wonderful.
I know they're absolutely
talented,
brilliant, aren't they? And in fact, that does lead us on. We did 2 trips to Liberia, and I put together a wee film. Which is some of the highlights of our trips there. And we're going to talk over the top of it. We'll show you the film across, because Hegsy hasn't seen all of these pics, and I'm sure he's going to go, I remember that. You know, behind this, or at least partway through, is my song "Going Back to Liberia," which is a song about the history of Liberia. It's not necessarily a happy history, because the history of Liberia was that. Of course, it started with the slave trade, where the Americans went across there. They kind of stole half of the people from Liberia and all of the African continent, and made them into slaves. And then after a little while, they went, oh, that wasn't a good thing to do. That was a bad thing to do. I know. Let's send them back. Let's not bother asking anyone if you want them to come back or anything. So we'll call this place Liberia, because it's liberating. We're liberating the slaves, and we're going to send them back there. And we won't bother to check with the locals if that's okay or not. We're just going to put them in there. Well, as you would imagine, as with some American ventures, let's say, and there are probably some recent ones that are in the headlines which may well fall into this category very soon. This was not particularly successful, and so that little song is a little history of Liberia. You don't have to listen to it too closely. It was possibly going to be on ALienated Nations Blue or Red. We just never quite got to it, never quite felt that it fitted you know. But it was in there. We were gonna kind of do it with log drums, and it was like.
Nice.
Which is also a good tempo to row at. You know.
Okay.
The slave bike's a good tempo to row at. So, you know, all sorts of things in the video there. So I think we're gonna get this video. Probably won't talk over the first little bit of it because there is speech on it, and it does explain a little bit about how we started at least one of those trips to Liberia. So I'm going to stick it up on screen in just a second. Here's our little Liberian film, but we will talk across the top of this every now and then.
Okay.
Fill you in on what you're seeing.
Tripped on memory lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. We actually made it to Brussels Airport. There was a lot of shenanigans went on. And tomorrow, believe it or not, we're going to try and do the Korgis live stream. Live from Liberia. That should be interesting. That'll be
We did do one as well.
Nowhere near the challenge that we had.
We did two in fact,
which explains the beer.
It was quite hard. Because the internet connection was rubbish.
Yeah. Can I just say, I left my house 6:30 last night. So don't judge me.
I didn't leave my house at 6:30 last night. I left my house at 12:30 last night because I'd only just had a negative COVID test. So there we are.
So this is what we saw. First, they pick us up from the airport, and these three girls sing to us.
Yeah. Oh, Alvina.
If we can dream it to you, we can see it. The journey of a bride. You have changed our world.
Wow.
You have changed.
So this is a taxi ride, and we're going over these really bumpy roads and potholes everywhere.
The bumpiest roads in the world. In the world.
And then they take us into the kitchen.
Look at there was lights, thunder and lightning. I still don't see the lightning.
And they're all saying, you know, okay, so you're going to tell them what you're going to do.
So we're just sitting there thinking, oh my, and this was just in the middle of COVID time.
As always, they burst into song.
I know.
And it was you and I sat on the settee. We're the only people on this settee, and everyone's looking at us, and they're going, do you want some food? And then we're eating, and they're watching us eat.
I'll never forget that.
And it's like we were missionaries.
I know. I'll never forget that moment. And the next morning, they're doing this dance. Amazing, you know, on the beach. I know. When they're not singing, they're singing. When they're not dancing, they're dancing.
We're going back.
Use a tune.
Liberia, we'll raise a flag under African stars at the blurry line between freedom and free, but it's a mess to do as we please. We're going back.
Very quickly made friends with them all, didn't we? It was like the third night in the hut.
And the chauffeur car, go tell your mom.
We're driving past things like the Cralo Business Centre. Well, it doesn't look like much of a business centre, does it?
That's the mall. That's the local mall.
This is my bedroom. And the reason I'm showing this is because that has a perfect green screen on the wall. And that's where I did the This Is a Life video.
Oh my God.
We're doing against that sunrise.
It's just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. It's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to.
Yeah. And we wandered in. We were supposed to be doing a rehearsal with it, and this chaos is going on. And it's going wild.
And I'm looking because I know I've been to America with a lot of these kids and spent years touring with them. So I've known these kids since, and they're so young. Oh my goodness me, they're so young.
This was a school we've been in. We've been not quite finished.
I know. I went there a couple of weeks ago, and they've now got a roof. They've now got a roof. And that is Terry's house, T-Money. T-Money, the guy in the orange, that's his home.
This is a hut, really. This is open air. It's got a roof on it, but we spent loads of time here, rain or not.
Yeah.
We just spent ages. There tells the tale. Coffee mate, coffee in the flask, sriracha, chili sauce, and mustard. And when it rains, it really rains.
The rainy season in Liberia is great. Look at that. And that guy, that's a rock hill. So there, the people go there, they crush rocks all day, 12 hours a day, for about for the equivalent of a cup of rice. Which they would eat, and they go back and do the same 6 days a week. So look at that. It's beautiful. That's why, I fall in love with Liberia. Liberia needs investment. Look at
That was them saying goodbye to us on the first trip. That was amazing.
Money trees, streets of gold will surely follow, so the story is told, don't you know? Build a new America now.
Brussels, 18 hours. Notice a glass of red wine on the right and the left. We both had red wine. I think I got through about a bottle and a half.
Yeah, I was pretty.
While writing the liner notes, it was for either Cool Hits or the Blue Album. It was one of the two, the ALienated Nations Blue Album. But yeah, on that screen is the liner notes. That's what I was doing.
I started writing, right? I started doing some work, and then I ended up watching Netflix for about 6 hours. And it went from something with subtitles. Then I realised that I couldn't read anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, they're not going to let me on the plane. And I opened, because it was a free bar. You wangled a free bar.
Well,
I remember that.
It was an airport lounge, wasn't it? It was an airport lounge. You're really only supposed to be in there for 4 hours at a time. We were there for probably 15 hours, weren't we?
Yeah.
By the time we got off the plane and went in there.
What are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do?
It's the law, really, isn't it?
Well, I got loads done, though.
I slept well.
Yeah.
I slept really well on the plane and on the way home.
Was that the trip that we got back from Brussels and the people that had parked our car for us?
No, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
This one we went back on the train.
But yeah, the first one, our car didn't turn up. It was supposed to turn up. And they'd said, yeah, they're a bunch of crooks, they are, really. They don't actually own any car parking spaces. They park them in London. And he did eventually turn up 3 hours later.
That was the great deal I got, Al.
That was a good
deal.
deal.
That was the great deal. Yeah, leave it here, and then he just walks through at the airport.
I'm just always going to leave. I'm going to leave the parking to you in future, always.
And there was only when I said, right, I'm calling the police, then a text appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll be with you shortly. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
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 Cool.
I forgot about that.
We've been having some guesses, which is good.
Okay, what we got?
Having some guesses there. Don't give the game away. We're not going to tell anyone if anyone's won or not. But some good guesses there. It's all very good. We should say hi to Ingo. Ingo, thank you for joining us again.
Hi, Ingo. How you doing, mate?
Thank you for coming to my gig the other week. I think I said that last week, though. I'm starting to repeat myself now, aren't I?
Where's you from? From Germany?
From Germany,
Which part?
You kind of middle band, I think, not far from Dusseldorf, but there's a few different Dusseldorf, Hanover, all that kind of area. But it's a smaller place he lives in.
Oh, cool.
Which you probably wouldn't know.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. There we are. That was our Liberia trip. And, of course, that led on to all sorts of different songs and whatnot. Maybe before we leave that, maybe we should play Through These Eyes, the video that was made at the time.
But that was the intention. The visit was initially for... it was a TV series developing where we work with choirs across the world, where choirs sing for... a purpose, for heal. Episode 1 was going to be with the Israeli choir,
mixed Israel-Palestinian choir, who I bet, even though all this is still going on, I bet they are still meeting and still working together.
Yeah,
because that was their goal. Is like no one is going to stop us from befriending people, no matter what our governments say.
And what I love about that is the beauty is because they lost people, and I say mixed faith. They would sing and grieve together as a way to sort of break in the cycle of violence. So just beautiful.
Yeah.
Then episode 2 was going to be with Liam from Hot House Flowers. David Broser was going to be with that as well.
Yeah.
And then Liam and Hot House Flowers with a homeless choir in Cork.
Yeah.
That was episode 2, and this was going to be episode 3.
Yeah.
So we wrote the song Through These Eyes, which we were going to record, and then we would say, we'll make this, we're filling it out, and then everything stopped. We couldn't get a camera crew because it was COVID, no one would have the jab.
Yeah.
So we just give the camera to the kids. So they filmed, and then, hey presto, it's become a docu-series. It's become a film. It's become another. So 4 years of my life I spent working with these amazing kids and this amazing organisation, and fell in love with this country. But it's supposed to be just one song.
Yes,
this one song.
That's right. It's supposed
and
to
then
be this one song. Should we play this one song?
Yes.
So this was. It was. We'd written it just before we went. I mean, like everything else, it's always a little bit last minute with us.
Yeah.
I've got to write this song for Peru. I've got to write this. I've got to do.
But the beauty of this song is that we interviewed them beforehand, and we asked them some questions, and it was how we see life through their eyes. So the whole essence of the project is raising these kids up, because everyone, when you think of poverty, everyone thinks poverty is poor people in Africa with flies on their faces. Not like that at all. And when you see life through these kids' eyes, they've got a much nicer filter than we have. They're probably the poorest kids in the world.
Yeah.
And the happiest kids in the world.
Yeah.
And they've got this contagious energy.
Yeah.
That we try to sing about. And
I think Isaac,
Isaac George,
Minister of
he's
Interior.
Director of Prosecutions for Sex Crimes.
He said that the one thing that they say is, when you ask how they are, they say, we're getting there. The poorest people will say, we're getting there. We're
Small.
Yeah, amazing. So this is Through These Eyes, the video.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm going to turn this mic off and turn the screen on.
Thank you for the love you bring today. Thank you for the light that shines my way. The happiness I feel, the joy I have is real. Thank you for the love you bring today. Every day the sun shines bright on me. I smile because I'm happy as can be. We walk across this land together hand in hand, believing in the dream you helped me see. Through these eyes, I see hope, purpose and surprise. With this mind, I have learned that I should never hide. All the complications I can't see, with love and hope we sing in harmony. I'm grateful for today, believe me when I say thank you for the love you bring today. Surprise. With this mind, I have learned that I should never hide. Believe the hope we have, cover each other's everywhere. My brother standing up so proud, sister singing out so loud. Everybody clap your hands, everybody clap your hands. Come on! Through these eyes you
was. Remember that day? God, it was hot. It was so hot that day.
Because when was that the first
And we were out in the bacon heat for a lot of the day, weren't we? Because it took all of
When was
various...
that? That was sort of October time? To the end of the rainy season? Yeah, I think it was October time. But then we went back there again in Easter time. So I went there in, like I said, January, February, and it's hotter still. It is something else. It's just, but for me, it's the warmth of the people that gets me.
I love
beautiful
LA
country.
so much.
Sorry,
I
think
In
sorry,
LA,
our YouTube is
Mulholland
carrying
Drive is a
on.
famous-
Thank you. Oh, it's David.
That's David Lynch. God bless him.
Excellent.
God bless him.
There we are.
Oh, I got a David Lynch haircut. That's so realised.
I've just been doing a little video as a tribute to David Lynch for the song we're featuring next week, actually.
Do you know, I saw, like, Wild at Heart is one of my favourite films anyway, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant film. I saw Blue Velvet last week.
Yeah, that's
right. It's the first time I've
crazy,
seen
isn't
it.
It's
It's
like
bonkers.
isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Brilliant film, that. And I've got to make him. I'm going to want to try and watch one David Lynch film every week.
Have you seen Mulholland Drive?
No.
Oh,
No.
see Mulholland Drive. It's like
that could be this
you'll get to the end of it and go, what was that? What happened? You'll need to watch it again to go, you know.
Well, Wild at Heart I've seen about 4 times, and it's like just the most bonkers film you could ever see.
I haven't seen that for a long time, but I saw it long ago, and I thought, that film is just amazing, you know.
Nicolas Cage in this. That was my favourite Nicolas Cage film, actually. Brilliant film. Just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, man.
So a little bit later on, we'll see what Matt Seeker got up to in America when they were touring there with Hegsy, because there's some quite an interesting turn of development there, wasn't it?
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, gone crazy, you know. That's good. I think we're going to get back to the song, though, Good Texas Leather, and there's a couple of things about this. This is quite an old song. It was written just as we opened the studio, and I know that because...
This Shabby Rose?
Yeah, which has been here 25 years now.
Wow.
So it was written quite a long time ago, and it was written for a group that we had called the Boys Next Door. Now, it turned out to be not such a fortuitous name, because when after we'd done all this, we'd done the promo
internet
pictures.
25 years.
No. The internet was there. Yeah, it was there, because we Googled the Boys Next Door, and it turned out to be a gay porn site. You know, in some obscure way, we thought, oh, well, that's quite funny, isn't it? You know, it's like because the idea of the Boys Next Door, the band, was kind of a really misogynistic kind of, you know, we're out and we're going to drink and there's going to be girls and all that sort of stuff. But it was all fake, of course, but it was like that bravado kind of thing that was there. And I think we did one gig and 2 TV shows. That's it. And I have got one of the TV shows.
What show was that?
We're all there was I can't remember what the name of the show was, but it was a London show. We did one of the Welsh ones, one of the Owen Money ones, I think was.
All right, okay.
One of the Owen Money ones. As always, the sound for the Welsh TV wasn't as good as the sound for the London TV was. The sound of the London TV was brilliant.
But the atmosphere is better in the Welsh one.
The atmosphere in the London one was electric, actually. No, they went bananas. Everyone was going, wow, this is so cool. You know, this is because it was just like, you know, it wasn't cool. This was the
90s,
the late 90s. You know, it's
country
like
was not cool in the 90s.
Country act coming out here. And the guys in the band were all the guys that I was just generally working with. It was Nigel Hart on keyboards. It was Robin Hames on bass, who did my first gig, the Coming Up From Down Under gig that I did 5 years ago, or 6 years ago. Could have even been 7 years ago now. It was me on guitar. Ray, who was one of the drummers that worked with a lot around that time, and Julian Tucker, has played on a lot of the Korgis stuff. He did a lot of sax stuff, clarinets, things like that.
Cool.
And he also did a gig with us on keyboards. And I think James and John went, I mean this in the nicest possible way. I didn't notice you were there, meaning I didn't notice Nigel wasn't there, that everything was so in place.
Wow.
Other than the fact that, of course, when he picked up a sax and blew it, everyone went, bloody hell, he's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
So this was Julian's band, and it was mainly Julian's songs. But, of course, as it went on, people were going, well, I could write something for that, etc. So I wrote a couple of songs for it. One was Good Texas Leather. The other was a song called Pinewood Billy Gets Run Out of Texas.
Pinewood Billy gets run out of Texas.
Yeah, it gets run out of Texas.
Cool.
Yeah, it's about, and this is Texas, you got to imagine, and this is about a guy who's gay, but he hasn't let it out, and they find him and the director, making out behind one of the trailers, and so they run him out of Texas. And it's a song, it's pretty much a tongue-in-cheek song about that. It hasn't ended up on an album yet. I wonder why. But it did make me laugh when I was writing it. I was going I found it quite funny. And anyway, the other song was Good Texas Leather, which was a much more kind of serious thing. But I'm going to play a little clip of The Boys Next Door. This is from the TV show in London.
So what year was this?
This would have been 98,
98,
I reckon.
okay.
98, I know, because we recorded the album in famous studios in Cardiff with a guy called Tony Attoria, who's a legendary
I know
Cardiff.
Tony.
Do you know Tony?
Yeah, I know Tony.
Yeah, a great guy. I've always got on great with Tony. And then we recorded the later stuff here. So it was obviously right on the turn. It was just as Nigel and I were putting this studio together.
Wow.
So Good Texas Leather was recorded here, and a couple of other things. There was a song called Cassie Loves to Kiss. Which is in Cassie Loves to Kiss, and then halfway through it went boom, dun, 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 and it went, the other thing that Cassie does is Cassie loves to strip. It was just one of those bands where you kind of go, oh, this is so wrong, but it's so funny. So yeah, anything like that we would just go, well, we've got to embrace it, really, don't you? So I think this is. I think the song that we're going to find for you is a song called Lock Up Your Sister.
Lock Up Your Sister.
Lock Up Your Sister. Let's find it. Boys Next Door. It'll be wrong first because it'll show you the Owen Money clip first. We don't want it. Much as I love you, Owen, but I'm going to find Lock Up Your Sister.
Hey girl.
I think this is going to be it. Hang on. Here we are. Coming up with now.
Too soon we know that's what you're thinking. But it's true, we're coming home to be right next to you. Hey, but don't sweat. We just wanna have some fun, a little one-to-one, and make out like we used to do. Lock up your sister, lock up your wife. Don't even tell your mama what you're doing tonight. Go a little crazy, act a little wild. With me and the boys next door, we're gonna party tonight. That's right.
Oh yeah, this is a song, The Boys Next Door.
It's cool, it's fine to be what you wanna be. No rules, no schools of thought, just wild west and free. We don't care too much to know if we belong. It ain't so wrong. So if you wanna come along, lock up your sister, lock up your wife. Don't even tell your mama what you're doing tonight. Go a little crazy, go a little wild. With me and the boys next door, we're gonna party tonight. Lock up your sister, lock up your wife. Don't even tell your mama what you're doing
That's fun.
And they went wild, which they did. They went absolutely wild.
Oh, good fun.
Yeah, it was a great little gig.
The devil went down to Merthyr.
Yes, yes. So that's where it came from. It was written for that band. And I think what we're going to do is grab up Sonar songs quick and see how this kind of thing is constructed. It's a pretty easy one. I'm going to take you up on screen now, but we'll leave the mic on. I'll just pull it around here a little bit. What was I going to say? So as opposed to a lot of the Korgis stuff, there's no massive layer of backing vocals. If you look up there, pretty much all of you up there will know that the pink things are BVs. Let's just zone in on them a second and just see what they are. Probably it's only going to work if I put the lead vocal in with it, because I believe that they are. Let's find out. Let's find out what it is that I've done here. Here's a chorus.
You and I, we're like the West that never was.
Oh, that's pretty complete, isn't it?
In the name of justice. Ooh.
Very Eagles.
Nice.
You and I, cowboy in the rain.
Etc. There we are. So the way that fits in, here's the chorus.
You and I, we're like the West that never was.
Nice.
In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like the cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. If
we look down, the reason there's a lot of red lead vocals there is somebody else did a version of it. What does that say there? I'm just looking at what it actually. Oh, delay. Yeah, okay, that's all right. I thought it was another vocalist had done it I'd forgotten about. So where are we? Down here, regular stuff. Paul Smith is on drums. He came in and did drums on this part way through. I recorded it without first, and then just the normal thing brought it in. We wanted this to be a wee bit more kind of hip hop than you would, a bit more urban. So you got. So not particularly a typical country rhythm.
That's just like a Springsteen kind of, the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And behind there's a load of loops.
Nice.
So wanted to be a wee bit more kind of urban. So a bit of a swing to it, which we quite liked. That's very nice. Guitars on this. Bass is not much to report on the bass. It just plays bass. There's a few different guitars on here, but not a million of them. Really, main guitar is going to be, it's country music, it's going to be a Telecaster, I reckon. Let's have a little listen and figure out whether that's true or not. Oh, no, that one is an Echo Strat.
Okay.
And just plays that one finger.
Yeah, it's nice.
And the way that fits in is like this. Oh, I tell you what, if I do this.
Man, what a perfect backdrop. The backseat of a flat top. I knew things could never be the same.
Yeah, so that's a bit of periphery guitar, really. I think this is going to be one of your main guitars. Oh, country guitar, it's listed as. All right, so.
In a bar in Britain.
That's a Telecaster.
Yeah, it's a twang. Lovely. Very Dwayne Eddy.
Yeah. And that's joined by more kind of Les Paul, more a dirty guitar on the chorus. 1, 2, 3. And those two are the main guitars. A solo guitar comes in over the top of them. Let's let's find the actual solo. I was listening to people like Keith Urban, and they were doing a lot of quite dirty guitars over the top of things. Somewhere in there's going to be acoustic underpins the whole thing. And there's a piano in there as well that does the regular country thing. Probably coming in here, I'd guess.
Yeah, we're keeping it together. Nice.
And really, that's it. It's just those three guitars, acoustic guitar in the background, piano there, drums, couple of loops, couple of backing
Well
vocals.
structured, well, nice.
Piece of cake.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, but funny, I'm going to come back down to us now because there's not too much more to report on the Sono songs on that one. But a lot of the time, that's how we do the Korgis songs as well. They're done in a very simple way, but then we might spend a little bit of time embellishing them and finding little things. We can go, oh, we could put that little thing in there, we could do that. And of course, always with the Korgis, it's going to be, well, we can't just leave the backing vocals like that, can we?
Yeah, I was going to say the
Let's
harmony.
get John Baker in and double everything that we got. Let's get Danielle and double it in. And James has already done 50 vocals by this point as well. So there's never any shortage of them. But that one was done quite quickly. If I remember right, it was actually done as a lesson to a trainee engineer that I had. And I thought, do you know the way to actually teach him about everything is to do a song, an original song from scratch. There's no preconceptions of what gone before.
Oh, cool.
And just go, okay, let's start with drum pattern. And we put it down. And I think we put it down in about 3 hours in an evening.
From start to a brand new song?
From start to finish. So it would have been drum patterns for the whole thing for it. I think initially we had drum loops. And I noticed there's some drum loops there that were muted. So I think we used drum loops for most of it, but I would have programmed some drums for it. And I would have done what I normally done and gone, okay, well, it's going to be acoustic guitar led, so we'll stick an acoustic guitar down, we'll stick a guide vocal down, and I would have just taken it from there and gone, okay, it's going to be a Telecaster. Let's put the Telecaster down first. Let's bolster it up with a dirty guitar. Okay, we need some piano. Let's put some piano on there. Needs a solo. Let's put a solo on it. BVs on the chorus. Let's put the BVs on the chorus. I think anyone that's worked with me know that, you know, one exception being you, because you go, yeah, well, we've got a choir on this.
Oh, yeah.
And so we go, okay, yeah, so we have to think about sopranos, altos, tenors, basses. And so we have to design all of those lines with a choir in mind. That's harder.
Well, remember with Free, the song that we did,
Yeah.
where there was over 100 voices.
Yeah.
Over 100. That's still one of my favorite projects that we did with that, because that was so the song Free was a commission from Women's Aid, where the survivors of domestic abuse and sexual abuse shared their stories to me, and then I wrote a song sort of based on those testimonies, and it was a commission, so there was some money that paid to me to do it, but it ended up costing me a fortune because it was such a responsibility for me, because I think the voices were, all the stories, they opened their hearts to me, and it was a responsibility to really kind of, represent them well. And then we ended up with basically an orchestra on there.
Yeah.
And then the final finale was we put a message out. There's over 100 voices from 100 different survivors from all over the world who actually sent voices in different parts, and we put a big crescendo ending, and it was still.
Well, as
still
you're talking about
moments.
that, let's hear a little bit of that.
Oh,
Let's stick it up on screen. 2 seconds. 3.
No light in my eyes, just tears in the dark. I could not move, paralyzed. Just blame, pain, no fight. Then something changed. I healed, started to feel I left my shame for real. I finally hear I am free. I'll have no fear again. I'll dance in the rain. I choose to steer away from darkness today. I walk this way and I say I'm proud that I'm here. I choose my name and I'm here. I'm finally here. I am free. No pain in my heart, no chains, only love. No shame in my life, no cage to open up. I'm walking with grace.
As Hex just pointed out, the banjo in the middle there.
And I shine so bright tonight, empowered by the light inside my heart. And I start to look and see I am free.
I no longer feel alone.
Like speaking out has really helped me get rid of all the shame and the guilt that I was carrying around. You know, it's empowered me and given me my voice back, and I'm helpful to others. My experience is no longer negative, it's now positive because it has purpose. Everything I've been through has led me to this point. I'm my own hero. I'm really proud of myself. I'm just grateful that my life is the way it is today and I'm free, free, free.
Sing with me.
I'd forgotten how good that was.
Do you know what? It actually I actually feel a little bit overwhelmed because, God, it was, you know, the stories that they give you, the responsibility was huge. And then seeing Liz, the girl.
Yeah, the sign language.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible energy that she's got, hasn't it? Everything,
God, wow.
everything she does. Yeah.
And you know, a big shout out to Matthew as well. Matthew Tyler House.
Who made the film.
Who made the film. You know, we drove all over. We drove to Brecon, drove to Merthyr Mawr.
Yeah.
And I'm a nightmare with this editing because I wanted to get all the voices there. So again, everyone who contributed, like the pictures that you see, are all of all people who've been through something horrific. that sometimes that no one should have to go through. But they did, and they were proud enough to sort of use their experience as a badge of honor to almost, and become free. So it was, I forgot. It's I know that wasn't on the playlist. So, but that was, and it was, like I say, it was wonderful.
And that one wasn't done in 3 hours.
No.
However, it wasn't as long as all that. We would have done, because I know exactly how we would have done it. We would have had the basis of the whole song done on the first day. And it's going to be here, it's going to be there, it's going to do a key change, and it's going to have the spacey section in the middle, and you're going to go, hopefully it's going to be voices. If anyone sends in any voices, there'll be some voices there.
And over 100.
Yeah.
Over 100 voices.
That's right.
All over the world.
But they sent in the choir voices, didn't they?
Yeah.
And of course, we're kind of going, oh, these guys are really good. And we're going, no, these are not so good. But let's get them in. We'll get them all in there, But it sounds amazing, doesn't it?
There was some great voices, because there was some, some like, there was, I'm thinking of, for example, there was some opera singers, there was some country singers, again, from all over the world. And I think you feel it there. You feel their energy. You feel that spirit. And to get that out was... it was wonderful. That for me is what music is bringing people together with a positive purpose. Yeah. And I'm glad you played that. That was weird. I haven't listened to any of my own stuff for ages. I don't do much. I write for other people now.
Yeah, fantastic. I think the quiz question, we're going to close the quiz question, I think, because I'm going to stick it back up on screen. Sorry, shout out to Michael Dimmick, who said, his favourite songs on the album are Storm Before the Calm, Good Texas Leather, and Thinking of You. Well, of course, this is about Good Texas Leather. Michael's Australia, so it's early in the morning for him there. Very early. And Rick Nicholas, who has been in the car, but couldn't comment. And now he's kind of back at home.
I hope he's home safely.
I think
we want people to do safely, not driving. He
wasn't texting while I was driving.
Good.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Competition question, back up on screen. The competition question was, Matsiko are a life-changing organisation. Where in the world are their centres? And for the tiebreaker, where did Al last meet up with Matsiko? Now, Rick, so sorry, of course, you were in the car and you didn't probably get to answer this question, or you might have won, because he's won a few of them. He has, he's done he's done pretty well, fortunately he couldn't get to it, so he's left a bit of space for Paul G. has snuck in there. And Paul, you got so close to the right answer. I think you have missed out one country.
Where's he got?
Let's see.
It's in Liberia, Peru, Nepal, India, and there's one more.
There's one more.
But I was last year in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines. So that's the last centre. And
the beauty of all those centres is there's choirs in each of those centres for who sing together and who, by singing, get other kids who've never been to school before. It gives them a chance to actually get education.
We actually haven't really said what the procedure is, but essentially they do normally hasn't been in recent times, but they normally do a mixed choir tour of America, and they go around all of the different districts, and they fundraise and they get people to sponsor a child all the way through school and university. So one person takes on one child and sponsors them all the way through, and changes that person's life. And undoubtedly, when we were speaking to people in Liberia, speaking to the kids in Liberia who were in school, their one thing that they all said was, what do you want to do when you leave school? And they said, we want to help people that were in our situation, that we're in. Absolutely. So it was changing people's minds as well as changing their lives from the beginning. But that has a roller coaster effect, of course. I'm going to take that back off screen. Paul G, yes, we reckon you have won the competition. You initially said Liberia was the last place that I had been with Matsiko, but you've changed your mind very wisely and said, yes, Seattle. Seattle was the last place. Was that last year or the year before? It was the year before, wasn't it?
Year before, it was August.
I came on August the 8th, my birthday.
I arrived
on my birthday, and we ate a lot.
We ate a lot. And we actually went out for a beer in Seattle as well. We saw Jimi Hendrix.
Hendrix Monument.
We saw flying fish. We saw gumballs on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, it was Seattle's a cool place.
Yeah, I like Seattle.
Cool place.
Yeah.
Real cool place.
Yeah. Very nice. So competition winner. Paul, your copy of Coffee in New York
Congratulations, Paul.
will be in the post. The other two went in the post to both the Ricks. Went in the post yesterday, I believe. So you get it very soon. Very soon. And Michael Dimmick has received his order of the 45 years of the Korgis print, and it's up on his wall. Good on you. Cheers, Michael.
And good to see Richard's not driving as well. So thank you, Richard. It's nice to know you're home safely, mate. Nice to know you're home safely.
Okay, so we haven't quite got to the end yet, but we're close to it. We're going to do a little bit of news. Paul Griffin and myself in the Heritage chart gone up another 2 places. We thought we'd stalled last week because we only went up 1, but we've gone up 2. We're almost in the top 20.
Oh, come on.
Go on.
Vote, people, vote.
Yeah. That's great. Even if we don't get any further than that.
And I'm going to just chuck in as well the link. So if you want to sponsor me to do the, I'm doing this run for the Alzheimer's Society on Saturday. 10k. The link is there if you want to donate anything, 10 pence, £10, £20, anything. It's a wonderful cause. So the link's there. You can click on it if you can.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not driving.
Fantastic. The Korgis obviously have a gig in Raleigh on Saturday. So that'll be great fun. That'll be heaving in there and great. And the good news for me is they've actually hired in TVs, so I don't have to bring the TVs. I don't have to hump the TVs into the car, which would have been your job. Would have been your job before you left tonight. But you don't need to.
My timing's been off many times. We've recorded a session here many times. It's like, heck, before you go. And you've spent about 9 hours singing and bearing your soul. Like, just put this TV in the car.
Just hump this TV into the car. It'd be great. That's great fun. And then we have Crier Arts, which is Carshalton, just south-ish London, and Hanger Farm Arts, which is Southampton after that. Of course, we have gigs later in the year up in Hebden Bridge. I think the Beatles Fest, they're still saying the Beatles Fest in Felixstowe is going to happen. And at least 3 gigs in France, and we just had an inquiry in for Belgium as well. So who knows? So we are thoroughly European.
Oh my God!
Even though we've left,
even though they
made us leave, we're European. So that's good. I mentioned earlier, anyone who bought Putin and Trump the musical, the script, the QR code in there doesn't work. Message me and I'll give you a new link for that if you need it. Okay. If you're just going to play the DVD, that's fine. Absolutely. I'm going to play a little bit of Korgis now. This actually also features a Matsiko choir because this is This World's for Everyone, and it was from that where we had the brilliant screen behind us, the enormous screen that filled up the whole of the back wall. So I'm just going to find that now if I can.
Where was the show?
Explorer has gone. It was a place called the Login Lounge in Camberley.
Camberley, okay.
Camberley, cool. Yeah. Okay, there we are. I found it. So I'm going to stick this up on screen. Here we are. This is This World's for Everyone.
2, 3.
We look above to the starlit sky. We touch our hearts. We speak. But deep inside, we are haunted men. We talk of brotherhood as we feel. Freedom now.
Christmas to everyone. Live from the Login Lounge. Let's just stop that there. Cool. Yeah, it was an interesting gig, great screen and stuff like that. But it was a bit weird in the fact that they'd really sold us as an 80s group. Get your dancing shoes on, which they hadn't told us they'd used that strap line, but it was like people would come with disco shoes and everything.
Really?
It's like, you know, what are these guys doing? Yeah, it's like I expected some ABBA at least. You know?
Oh, yeah, well, can you play I'm Your Man by Wham?
Yeah. There we are. That was quite interesting. Don't think there's much other Korgis news at the moment, but obviously we'll have some video for the gig we do at the weekend before long. And I think we're just going to show you one more thing, because I said we'd catch up with what Hegsy was doing with Matt Seco in the recent last 2 years, really, which this is a kind of like, this is wild, this is. You want to tell them about it?
I've got to try and condense it as quickly as I can. So, like we said, we started saying that originally we went there to record one song. I ended up spending 4 years with the choir, and then we made a film where they actually do the filming themselves. Initially, that was just really the build-up for the first tour of America, because what they do, when they travel across America, they perform and they try to get sponsors for their friends and family back home so they can go to school. And the tour before last, which we did 40 states, and 860 children are going to school because of this choir. And that has been turned into a docu-series, which should be finished next week, where they actually film themselves, so it's their camera work.
Yeah.
So everything is the whole docu-series is them. It's their voices. They do the narration. It's their music. Like I said, to try and change perceptions of children in poverty. Money isn't the solution. It's a sustainable solution. Is education.
Yeah.
And it was strange because on the flight to America, they met with two jazz musicians, Amina Figueroa and her husband Bart Plato, and Amina had written a piece for a choir in Soweto, which she'd performed with them, and never got to record it because of COVID, blah blah blah. Anyway, Amina's card come to me. I would try to arrange a show with her in New York. Very, very long story short, we agreed that I would write lyrics for the music, and then we recorded an album in the first part was in New Jersey, and then the second part was in St. Louis, and there was an overwhelming. We played in one show in Harlem, and it's become an overwhelming success. So much so that last year, the choir invited back to America, where we played the New Orleans Jazz Festival, 6 sold-out shows in the Lincoln Jazz Center, and all played jazz festivals all over America. And the thing you've got to understand is these kids live in absolute poverty. Yeah. They've never heard jazz music.
They've not heard jazz. I mean, it's not only they've not heard jazz, but when we first went out to them, you said,
"Remember the Beatles?
We'll do the long and winding road because they'll know that." And we rehearsing the long and winding road with them, and they go, "This is a nice song. Who did it?" And we went, "Paul McCartney," and they went, "Oh, who?"
Yeah, and it was my tumbleweed moment. You remember? Because we recorded the long and winding road with them, and we performed it. And I said, "Oh, this one's by the Beatles. Everyone know the Beatles." Silence.
Yeah.
Absolute silence.
Yeah.
It's like,
go,
right,
no?
oh, they're going to be good. They're going to be big. Keep your eyes out for the Beatles. And so anyway, so for them to, and so they've been on the stage with some of the best jazz musicians you will ever see. And they've been singing, and the show that they did, they sing traditional Liberian music, which has been guitared into jazz, and it's been incredible. They were nominated for a Grammy. Unfortunately, we didn't get shortlisted. Right. Yeah. But then the follow-up film, which will be done soon, is called Forgotten Children Sing. I think we're going to play the video.
We're going to play
of
some,
that.
and we'll start with the beginning of this. I'll stick it up on screen because I know you've got some credits that go up here, and we can see them as we kind of go along.
So all this is filmed by the kids themselves. You know, everything is filmed by the kids. So it's it's them. It's their. If you don't like it, it's their fault.
So incredible, that opening sequence with just all voices.
I know, yeah, absolutely, just all voice. It's like 4 parts, and they are just incredible. So high.
I'm not going to play the whole thing because it does go on for a good while, but beautiful stuff there, isn't it?
Really kind of lovely, powerful kind of message.
So yeah. I'm always just blown away. I was blown away when I kind of heard and saw that.
It's, for me, it just shows that hopefully it the whole project is to try and change perspectives, and it just shows that what is possible. You give, these kids will be the first children in their family's history to have an education, to go to school.
Yeah.
There's I don't know, however many 400 million children living in poverty in the planet. If they all held hands, they'd circumnavigate the world 14 times.
Yeah.
So if you educate all those children, who knows what's going to come out of that?
What was it? Isn't there the thinking is that if everyone gave a penny, there would be no more poverty. It's something like that. And everyone in the Western world gave a penny, there'd be no more poverty. So, it's like you got to ask yourself, why has this not happened?
It's and the thing is, you're not throwing. And the beauty of it is that the mindset is when they go to school, they don't just go to school; they go to school to learn, and these kids want to learn.
Yeah,
they want to learn. When you see them going across America, I want to go to school. I'm sure he didn't want to go to school. I hate school. These kids can't wait to go to school. It's beautiful, and they changed my life. And I'm hoping that when the series comes out, it's going to really, hopefully. You're going to hear the stories which will make you cry, which will inspire you, but hopefully it can inspire other people to do something good as well.
Yeah.
Because, like the organization is run by a family who are just, they're not musicians.
Yeah.
They're a normal family,
Yeah.
and now they've got over 3,000 children in school across the world.
An incredible thing they've done. So, congrats to
to Don and the whole family for putting that together. And, we had a lot of conversations about how he put it together, and it was like it wasn't plain sailing. It wasn't something he'd done before, It was trial and error. And making sure that the money trail doesn't, and anyone that's dealt with any of those countries, where they're poor, there's always someone who's going to try and take that money and use it for something else. We know in Liberia they had a lot of American money to build roads, didn't they? The Americans come across and said, "So where's the roads?" And they went, "Oh, we don't know. I mean, the money went to him, and then it was disappeared. It went, So that's what you're up against, and so.
But it's the same with a lot of NGOs have had really bad press because of impropriety, because of money not go where it needs to go, and these guys run it with the ethics of a family business. So you'll know. Everyone knows where the money's going.
And they see it through right to the end, from the very beginning, from when the money starts all the way through to the end. And that's got some great people involved. Certainly I knew the ones in Liberia, but you've been to all the centres. The great people involved who have that same thing and are going, no, this money's for this. It's not going for anything. I'm not doing anything else. This goes there.
And it's the same with the safeguards and the safeguarding of the children. Everything is safe. Everything is transparent. So the children are always safe. The leaders are always safe because these are some dangerous places. And when people are dangerous, when people are desperate, it's and they're making a difference. Like there's a guy called Mishak who was living on the street, is now training to be a doctor.
Yeah,
it is
fantastic.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So Matsiko Children Internationals. Take a look. Just take a look at the amazing work they do.
Oh, you just put in Matsiko, it's one of the first things that'll come up. So make you spell it right,
Yeah.
Don't put in Mitsubishi. Matsiko.
They're like the limited edition album cover that's got the spelling mistake.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I think we are going to... Big thanks to Hegsy.
Good to see you,
haven't seen you for ages.
I know.
What has it been, 3 months or something like that? Feels like around about that.
Do you know it's been...
We tried to get together before Christmas.
Did we get together for... No, we didn't get together for Christmas, did we?
I don't know.
No, we didn't.
I remember. I know we talked about it.
No, because I was in Nepal.
You were in Nepal?
No.
Yeah.
So we haven't got together since I did we did that Nepal song.
Wow.
I Have You in My Heart.
Yeah.
So it's been nearly 6 months. Nearly 6 months I haven't been in the studio. Yeah. It's the longest time ever. No? So we'll talk more about it. I'm bringing the wine on Tuesday.
Okay, fair enough.
You bring the curry, I bring the wine.
Okay, I'll help drink it. That's it. I'm good at it. I'm good at that. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll keep the live stream open for 5 to 6 minutes after we finish in case anyone wants to ask any more questions, any things that came in. But we are going to leave you with the video, the brand new video, hot off the press for Good Texas Letter, featuring this cowboy hat. There it is. See you all next week.
It grew untethered across the desert, big twister on the open plain. Good Texas leather, good Texas weather, 4 seasons waiting for the rain. In a bar in Braden, I met a boy of 18. He had a smile that ran from ear to ear. 18 years of waiting, 18 years of chasing. He found something tastes much sweeter than peace. You and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like a cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. He said, she's a tumbleweed, she came to meet you. She turned this boy into a man. What a perfect backdrop, the backseat of a flat top. I knew things could never the same. 'Cause you and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like a cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. As I heard his story, I began to wonder, in the cold of time, just how we came to curse each other and dream of lovers and drink the dollars that we'd saved. Now I got to say that, yeah, I want those days back. I wish I could tell the tide to turn. I miss those nights we'd make out at the drive-in, see a falling star, it always burns so bright. You and I were like the West that never was. In the name of justice, we broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same year. West that never was. We broke each other's hearts. And you and I were like cowboy in the rain who cried in vain, but he died the same. Yes, he cried in vain, and he died the same. Cried in vain, yeah, he cried in vain, and he died the same. Cried in vain, still he died the same. Cried in vain. It grew untethered across the desert, a big twister on the open plain. Good Texas leather, good Texas weather, you never can go back again. But like a Texas lady in Texas braiding, 4 seasons and they're all the same.